Tim, she have questions. Let's see what she want to say.
The person whom you're trying to reach is currently...
Okay, well, busy. All right. Hello?
Hi, CP.
How are you? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
So I had a question about, is Muhammad really a descendant from Bani Hashim?
From Bani Hashim? I don't think so. I don't think Muhammad, you see, there is no proof that Muhammad is descendant to anyone. And I believe the reason, one of the proof of that, Muhammad's family themselves, they rejected him and they sent him to a Bedouin women in the desert, and nobody want to have him.
Can you show where, like, with sources, please?
Okay, let us see. Let us see.
I was so happy you took my call.
Oh, you're welcome. You know, but sometimes because we say Muslims only.
Yeah, it's so unfair, seriously.
Well, you know, we have like other channel, the Quality of Life, and there we take.
Yeah, but then you can't call about Islam. You're just sick and tired of Islam. Of course,
exactly.
You don't want to talk about 24/7.
Yeah, let us see where we can get you some reference. We will try to find something Muslims they agree with. Let's see.
Yeah, please, because of course Hassan and Daif is not good enough, so it needs to be Sahih, and even that is not good enough.
Yeah, yeah, you know. So here we go. This is actually even Muhammad. What people do not know, that Muslim, they claim that Muhammad, he have a plastic surgery for his breast twice.
Oh, yeah.
Once when he was a child, where he was with this women, the Bedouin women in the desert. Let me see if I can find the hadith. If I can find the hadith in English.
Yeah, have you seen these little videos of you with cartoons, like where you just are sort of like a man baby and you're lying? Have you seen those series?
I'm not sure.
It's and when you investigate, you see that they're lying again. These apologists are so sad, Islamic apologists. Seriously.
Yeah, well, they are kids. It's okay. They help us at the end of the day. They don't. They do the opposite. You know, people when they find out that.
Yeah, they lie and then they gaslight it on you. They lie exactly. It's their lie, but then they gaslight it on you.
Yeah. Let us see.
So I'm just really interested to prove that Bani Hashim, he's not a, because they say, well, he was a very respected, rich man who was known all over the place. And I remembered you saying that nobody even knew him, and also giving Khadija as an example, as in even after she married 2 times and had so many children, her father was not willing to give her away to a good-looking younger man.
Yeah, because
that's insane.
Because because a man who his daughter, she is married to many husbands before, she have tons of kids, and nobody will really marry her. I mean, even now, if you are a woman and married and you have many kids, you will have difficulty to find a man who will marry you. So why her family, they reject Muhammad if he is from a great family?
Let me tell you why. Because he was such a good person, Muhammad. He just wanted to be with someone who he loved. He didn't care about the dogma of the day, and he married someone who was even married 2 times and had so many children.
Yeah.
He's such a great man. I mean, the things that they say about it. I mean, the guy was obviously a pedophile, right? Because after that, right away, he just from 15 years older to 6 or something. It's just insane that he is an obvious pedophile, and yet when you give an example of look, he married Khadija only for power, and she was this and this woman, it's no, astaghfirullah.
Yeah. You see here the hadith here, I found one in English, the rest are in Arabic, and this is the problem. Most of the Islamic reference.
Which one is this? Because I'm on the phone, I can't see.
This is Sahih Muslim. I will post the link in the. Oh, actually, my screen is not on. Sorry. This is Sahih Muslim, hadith number 162C, and here you see the story supposedly. This is a proof that Muhammad, he was suffering from epilepsy, you know, he fell down in the ground. They thought he is dead. And
mashallah, mashallah. He had everything.
yeah, he had everything in him. Yeah, but here the Muslim, they claim that the angels, they come to him and they cut his chest. And this is, you will see that this story repeated twice. Once when he was in Mecca, like as a
Angels
grown
cut
man.
his chest? Angels or demons?
No, according to the story, angels. Angel Jibreel, Dr. Jibreel. Yeah, Dr. Jibreel is very well known as a surgeon. He do surgery too. So Muhammad, he have a problem with his breast. So Jibreel, he did cut his chest and he extended his breast. And actually, there's a verse about it in the Quran. It says, "Sharah laka sadrak." You know? Yeah. So, and this story repeated twice. And here the question to the Muslims: why Allah he did the same surgery twice? Why? The first one was a failure. Why Allah he made the same surgery to him when he was a kid, and then he made the same surgery when he is a man.
But is this somehow proof that he was not from the Bani Hashim? I don't think so, right? It's not
well,
related
I
to
mean,
my question.
to prove it, you have to go analyze information. It doesn't come like there's nowhere it says no, he is not, you know. But there's like hadith says he is the same as a palm tree, which nobody knows how it came. Like a palm tree appears suddenly in the desert. But you will notice that there is like a hadith about people who came to claim that Muhammad is their son. You know, they claim literally that Muhammad is their son. The family of Muhammad, all of them, they rejected him. They sent him to a woman. She had nothing to do with him in the desert. No,
okay, let me ask it, frame the question differently. Is there proof, is there hard proof that he was like the descendant of the Bani Hashim according to the Quran or the Hadith, Sirah or Sunnah?
Nowhere in the Quran is speaking about that. You know, the Quran mentioned the name of Muhammad.
How do you know then about the
no,
Bani Hashim?
nowhere. And this is where.
And that
this is what
linked to, of course, Ishmael.
This is what makes it funny. How come the Quran mentioned that this is the son of this and this is the son of that, and then when it's come to Muhammad, it says nothing about him. Who is his father? Where he is even born?
Abdullah was his father, right?
Yeah, but the Quran
And he
never.
was dead
No,
4 years before
Abdullah is not his father. Abdullah is an Arabic word used for anyone who is unknown, slave of Allah. So if something happened, and you saw somebody, a man doing something, let us say you are on the street, and they ask you what his name, you say Abdullah, which means anyone, slave of Allah, I don't know, you know. So slave of Allah, the name of the father of Muhammad, proving two things. It cannot be the name of Muhammad's father because Muhammad's father will go to hell. So how he is a slave of Allah yet he will go to hell? Number two, all the sons of the grandfather of Muhammad, they have names of the idols of Quraysh. Muslim, they claim that the family of Muhammad, they are like the grandfather, he was Hanif, but this is a lie. All of us, we knew that from his children's Abdul Uzza, Abdul Manaf, Abdul Manat, etc., all the names, they are the slaves of the idols around the Kaaba. So if you say that Muhammad's father, his name is Abdullah, that means Abdullah was one of the idols, or Allah was one of the idols around the Kaaba too. Or you have to explain to me how Allah became with those. And what is the proof that Abdullah really was the father of Muhammad? There's no proof. Even their book says that Abdullah and his father, they have sexual intercourse with two women in the same time. So then how, yeah, I mean, it's supposedly marriage. So, which means the same night, like they get married together in the same night, but it's like, you know, Arab marriage. So how then Muhammad, he is born 4 years after his father's death, if his father is Abdullah? You know?
Like that just defies like the world how it works. But then the ones who are this deeply hypnotized with this thing, they will say, so what? So what? Don't you believe in miracles? Those are miracles.
No, actually the Muslims believe that a Muslim woman, she can carry a child from her husband up to 10 years. Let us see if I can find you the reference. We showed it before, and all of this is just to cover how Muhammad's story happened. Let us see. We can use Google Translation to show what Muslims believe, and you will see how hilarious it is. Okay, let's open this page here. Okay, this is I will put it in the screen so everybody can see. This is Islam Su'al and Jawab, run by Sheikh Saleh Al-Munjid, very well-known famous sheikh from Saudi Arabia. It says here, the title, what is the longest period of a woman to be pregnant, to carry a child? Translation from Arabic to English. Let us see. And then you will see the hilarious answer. Yeah, the longest period of women to be pregnant. You see it? So here, if you go down and read the answer, you will see the following. First, second, here they give you the opinion, because Muslims, they have many sects. So depend in the sect, but all of them, they agree together that women, she can really, the normal thing is like 9 months, then 2 years, then 3 years. Look here, 2 years in the doctrine of the tap, this translation, which is not really good translation. 1 year according to etc. Muhammad ibn Abdullah al-Hakam. Then he says 3 years, which is saying of Layth ibn Sa'd. And then 4 years, which is the doctrine of Sufi. Mimi Hijab is a Sufi, by the way. So according to Mimi Hijab, his wife, she can deliver a child 4 years after he divorced her. He's a Sufi. No? And the Hanbali too, they have the same, and the Maliki. This is the Islamic sect are 4, and those are 3 of them. They agree with the 4 years, and they can go more. Here it says 5 years according to Imam Malik, the Maliki sect. They believe woman, she can have a child 5 years after 5 years after the divorce or her husband pass away. 6 years according to Az-Zuhri and Malik. And then he says 7 years according to Sa'd Rabia. And then it says, and this is the same version of Az-Zuhri and Malik. And then it says,
and they really believe this. I thought they thought it was miracles. They believe that this could actually biologically come to be.
Well, this is what this is the religion. That's it. You cannot debate it. This is what they believe. And then even some of them, they say there's no limit, which means a woman, her husband maybe died 40 years ago. After 4 years ago, she delivered a child, if this is possible physically, and she will claim that this is from her son. Actually, there's a woman in Somalia. They were going to practice Sharia law on her, and then the lawyer, he showed them the reference that a woman, so what? Because they took her to court, because 2 years after her husband passed away, she delivered a child. So obviously she is doing illegal relation, So they took her to the court, and then the lawyer, he showed them that according to Islam, a woman, she can deliver after 7 years. There's no proof that she is committing adultery.
Use a purpose, then if you define.
So he saved her.
The laws of nature, you can maybe use it in court. Yeah, that's the only place you can maybe abuse it.
So he saved her from being stoned to death, because Islam teach women, she can be even no limit. There's no limit in some opinion. There's no limit. When woman, she can, there's no limit.
She could be pregnant for 100 years.
Yeah. Well,
Subhanallah.
All right, my dear sister.
I learned a lot. Okay, thank you so much. I have a million questions, but you have other stuff to answer. But thank you so much for answering my question.
Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.
God bless you.
Bye-bye. Yeah, actually, I got to go soon. My room here is getting so hot, and I'm not putting the fan on me, so the fan will not hit the microphone, but I'm literally sweating. I'm burning, very hot. We don't have the luxury. Anyway, so as you see, guys, when we change Muslims to show us something real about the religion, there's nothing. It's an empty cult, stupid cult. Shaitan farting, Shaitan take hair from your anus. I mean, imagine what kind of a prophet he says, Shaitan, he take hair from your anus when you pray. I mean, what is that? Based on this, Abbas, he have no hair in his anus. Abbas, take a selfie for us. If Shaitan, he take hair from Abbas each time he pray, either Abbas, he is not praying, and that means he's a kafir, or Abbas is praying and should have no hair there. No hair. Because Abbas, not only he put his foot in his bum, in the bum of the believer, and he pull it out, and he will not stop until he make you fart, and he hear it and he smell it. This is what the Prophet said. Prophet of farting. Peace upon him. I mean, Muhammad, he have a specialty. You can tell his specialty is about farting. He have a lot of a specialty, a lot of skills, we have to admit. If Muhammad was exist today, we will open the university of farting and hair taken from your anus. I mean, this shaitan is really evil. Why he's doing this to the Muslims? And those things happen only to the Muslims. We Christians, shaitan don't take care from our, you know. So I say to Muslims, save yourself, my friend. Save your ass. Literally. All right, guys. Don't forget to download the video. It's going to take maybe 30 minutes before YouTube process it. Download it immediately after that. And in order always to be updated, like you might say, okay, where is the video? It's gone. The video you made yesterday. Subscribe to the channels. There's many channels. They have a huge subscribers. Even some of them maybe more than me. You can subscribe to their channels for they download my videos always. This way you support them. In the same time, you get the videos. And don't forget, tomorrow we will be in the quality of life. We will be live, and all Christians are welcome to call. The quality of life is an account where we use it only to speak about topic have nothing to do with the garbage of Muhammad. No Islam there, period. So the link is down in the info. Click in it, open it, subscribe to the other channel, and join us tomorrow. And we have a special topic there to talk about. There we speak about something real, something useful, something benefit you and your family and your children and your marriage and your whatever you have in your life, you know, not stupid stuff like Muhammad is speaking here. So I understand many of you here, they are coming because they want to laugh at the stupidity of Islam. But remember, Islam is a very dangerous cult. And because of Islam, you are spending billions of dollars in tax today from your pocket to secure yourself against the terrorism of Islam. Which means Muhammad, you like it or not, is impacting your life and your security. Just last week, 2 attacks in England of terrorists shouting Allahu Akbar, and they killed more than 6 or 7 people already. And that will never stop. The easiest way to fight terrorism is to do what I am doing. A terrorist will not be terrorist if we explain to him that Muhammad is a fraud. But he will be a terrorist if he still believes in the fraud of Muhammad. Like the guy who called me, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. He have nothing to say. I'm sure if he have a knife, he will hold his knife and he will chop me and he will say Allahu Akbar. But it's too late. I have tens of thousands of videos. I have books all over, translated to many languages. I live, I die, doesn't matter. Your prophet get busted and he been spanked. And my fingers all over his body. Deal with it. All right? So I want to say thank you all for being here. And we appreciate those who support us too. If you like to support us. Those who ask, like I received a message saying how we can. I did not answer you right away because I was busy. For the one who asked me. To help us in donation, you can go to Patreon as you see in the screen. And there you can, make subscribe for maybe even $1 a month. You don't have to make it a big, little with many can help, if because some people, they say they're like, it's like a subscription, which means every month will take from your, you can stop it anytime, number one, and you can make it limited as you wish, like $1, $2, $3. Anyway, this is not really what is important. Important is if you really like to support us, is downloading the videos and translating my videos to other languages. Way more important than donation. Yes, we need donation, but translating my work to other languages is helping millions of people. It's very important. You do not know, you have no idea how much you are being helpful to Christian Prince by translating. For when you help me, you are helping the truth. I appreciate all those people who translated my books to many languages, and all of them, they did not get a penny for free. Very beautiful people, very amazing people. And now we have our books translated even to Indonesian. We have to Spanish, we have to Portuguese, We have soon we will publish my book in Malay language, and soon we will be in the Russian language, and soon we'll be in the Albanian language. Just wait, we have a series of books will be launched, and all will be those books we are talking about, like the books, especially for countries where they are poor. Poor countries, I will not charge people for the books, because I know they are poor. They cannot afford it. Not because I'm rich or I have money, but because they are poor. For me, the Lord will provide, and always He provides. Doesn't matter how, He will provide. He never fail us. He never left us alone. So I will release a couple of books. I'm just busy right now with many things, and they will be for free in many languages for the poor around the world, so they can get and read and learn the truth about the garbage of Islam and the cult of Muhammad. And we pray that more people, they will help us to volunteer to translate, so we can expose this cult. Like I wish we can get somebody translate to Chinese, Korean, you know, other languages. There's many languages we never heard of, right? So language is very important. Me myself, I don't speak English right now. With my funny English, I was able to do a lot of work serving the Lord. Thank the Lord for that. But if you don't have language, then how you can communicate? How people will know? And by Muslims translating their stories into the languages of others, fabricating the translation, that is not helping either, because it's a fabricated translation. So translation information shared by us is very important. And as you see, we show the Muslims, the hadith says that the revelation about the verse of the Roman revealed after the victory of the Romans, still they don't accept it. I mean, we are showing even their own translation, right? So we do not need customs these days, my friend. And no, Indonesian are poor. The major population are poor people. Maybe there is some people in Indonesia, they are wealthy. This is happening everywhere, but the major population of Indonesia, they are poor people. You know, there's a lot of poor ladies work in Saudi Arabia as maid. Number one source for maid in Saudi Arabia is Indonesia. And people will not do such a job, go into Saudi Arabia and get raped and killed unless they are very poor and desperate for a job. So don't tell me they are not poor. They are poor. And nothing wrong with being poor, by the way. Don't think when I say poor is an insult. The Lord, He says, bless those the poor. God, He blessed the poor. The poor are more close to heaven. What's wrong with being poor? So don't think when I say poor, I mean something bad. It is for the being poor. Always poor people are more loving people. You go to a poor person's house, he opens his house for you. He will serve you anything he have. You go to someone is rich, he don't open the door. What do you want? Who are you? He's scared, terrified. What do you want? For sure, not all the rich people are the same, right? I'm not saying all the people are the same, but it's reality. You go to, you know, I went like to many countries around the world. They don't even have a door in their house. They see somebody is a foreign person, they welcome him, welcome, get in. You know, I mean, they have nothing actually. They have nothing. They have nothing even to sit on. If you see how they welcome you, you will not believe it. You go to somebody rich, he have a villa, he have security cameras, you knock the door, what do you want? Why you are here? They investigate you. Nobody opened the door for you. So nothing wrong with being poor. Poor actually, you know, when people get rich, usually, not all people, as I said, they get spoiled. Richness damaged them. They became away from God, away from reality, away from that we are not going to take anything with us. So they became so much attached to Jesus said in the Bible that the heart of the man is where his treasure is. Where is your treasure? If the treasure is money, this is where your heart is. If your treasure is God, it's with God. The poor guy, he don't have a treasure of money. He have his heart. He have his welcoming, he have his smile. And even with his little treasure, which is nothing, maybe a piece of bread, still he will share it with you, and he will be happy to do so. Right? So it's very important to help the poor. For the poor, they deserve our help. And the Lord himself, he was not walking between noble people. You know, the one who was the disciple of Jesus, they are fishermen. Paul, he used to make tents. You know, he quit what he was doing and he became a tent maker. Fishermen, people do farming. Those are the disciple of Jesus. They are not from noble or first class society. They are normal people, poor people, and they give everything they have for the sake of the Lord. So I want to say thank you for all for being here. And remember always, people, they throw rocks at you for you have fruits in your tree. So when they call you liar, etc., they cannot yet prove it, but they will call you the names, for simply they are upset from the fruits you have in your tree. So I pray the Lord will bless your fruits, bless your family, and give you more glory to you and your family, keep you in health and wealth. Thank you. God bless. And again, I will delete the videos maybe in a few hours from now, maybe by the end of the night. And enter tomorrow in the quality of life. We will be there. Until then, Christ is Lord, Islam is false. And see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.